Hi, let's take a look at your MT6LT5 affirmation. And here's one where you have to fill in the blanks on a proof. And I always find these a little bit harder because you're trying to read somebody else's mind as you go through it. You did most of this right. The one thing I'm going to point out to you is line 7. Line 7 says angle Q and angle R are supplementary angles. Look at the line just before that. It says Q plus R equals 180. So we're not using parallel lines at all in here. If you want to use parallel lines that you have for your reason, you'd have to have parallel lines someplace in your proof before that. We're using the fact that Q and R add to 180. That should be the definition of supplementary. And then, even with the mistake you had, you should have had it the other way around. You should have, if two lines are parallel, then the consecutive interior angles are supplementary. And the same thing goes down on line 10. When you look at line 10 here, you put angle S and angle T are supplementary, but in the line before that, we had Q and T add to 180. And for the reason of definition of supplementary, we have to have a Q in here. Then the rest of it was right. So you only had a little mistake on that part. Then we had the question with the rectangle. And that's important that we're dealing with a rectangle. And you had part of this right. So I went back and I gave you some credit for your work. Because you're right. In this particular problem, we're told R to V is 4x plus 8. We're told S to V is 6x plus 2. We know in a rectangle that the diagonals are congruent and they bisect each other. So you're correct in what you did here. You set 4x plus 8 equals to 6x plus 2. You solve for x. You go back up here and R to V is 20. But the problem is, look at what you're asked to find. You're asked to find R to T. So R to T should be 40 because R to V is half of that. Now I'm going to erase this stuff to talk about the angles. We're also told angle V to S to T is 59 degrees. I'm going to blow this up here a little bit. And I'm going to put 59 in for angle VST. Now we know since it's an isosceles triangle, let me shrink that in a tad, we know the diagonals are congruent, so that makes angle VTS 59 degrees. And let's look at what we're supposed to find. We're supposed to find angle VTU. We're supposed to find this angle right here, which is not 59 degrees. We do know in a rectangle that it forms a 90-degree angle. So really what's going on here, let me shrink this in a tad, the measure of angle VTU should be 90 minus 59. So that should be what, 61 degrees then? No, 31 degrees. Wow. Mental math almost failed me. Yeah, 31 degrees. And that's your answer. I think you just found the wrong angle. I don't think you read the entire problem for R to T. Because otherwise I think you would have gotten it. Okay, so I reopen that quiz for you. Complete the redo on Monday.